Max! Max! Maxine!
Ah! No, officer, it wasn't me!
Would you wake up? It's 2 in the afternoon.
So, I had a late night.
And what were you doing up so late?
Chilling.
Chilling?
Vibing.
Vibing.
Hanging out.
Uh-huh. And this?
Okay, so I had a nightcap.
This bottle was full yesterday.
It was a pretty big nightcap.
Max!
Would you relax, Barb? Ugh, so loud. Any coffee left?
You are unbelievable. Go clean yourself up. I'll put a fresh pot on and tell the others to stop worrying.
They were worried?
You usually join us for our evening poker game. You never showed.
Right. That...
Maxine, what's wrong?
Nothing. I just got a lot on my mind.
You'd best come talk to me if you need to, okay?
I'm fine, Barb. Just got a headache.
Oh, I'll bet you do.
Ugh. What are you doing, Maxine?
Max,
Oh, hey, Berta. How's it going today?
I'm just fine. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you sure? Do you need anything? Soup? A blanket?
Actually, was just looking for Barb. Said she was making me some fresh coffee.
There you are. Why do you always run off?
Run off? I was looking for you.
Well, you found me. Here. Coffee. Just the way you happen to enjoy it.
And what way is that?
I just dumped the entire sugar dish in it and shook it like an industrial mixer.
Perfect. Thanks.
I have no idea how she drinks that stuff.
Coffee or sugar?
Both in such excess. But that's Max for you.
I can hear you, you know.
Good. Feeling better?
Yeah, that really hit the spot. So, what's on the agenda today?
Savannah is returning with 2 new residents today.
Really? She's early.
That's right. The curator asked if we could show them around. Doesn't want them to have to sit and wait for her to get back from that conference.
That makes sense. Where's Lucia and Shiori?
We drew straws to see who would get the privilege of preparing the rooms for our new arrivals. And they got the short ones.
I bet Lucia loved that.
She was less than thrilled.
Al diavolo tutto. These pillows will not fluff. They must be fluffy.
They look fine to me.
Shioko, first impressions count for everything. Quick, help me fluff.
I already finished the other room.
You must fluff.
Hey all, I'm back.
Savannah, hey, how was your trip?
The open road, the wind at my back. Were it not for the idiots trying to cut me off, it would have been perfect.
Bad drivers again?
Always. Almost rented a Prius from this plane of existence, and not by choice. But I made it. Though I should warn you about the new arrivals.
Something wrong?
Sort of. It's really just the one. She's a bit... Well, let's get them out of the trailer.
Finalmente sei un idiota. How long were you going to keep me cooped up in this wretched box?
This is Gia. The problem.
A Ferrari. Oh boy, Lucia's gonna love this.
Where are the servants? I require someone to take my bags.
You got 2 arms, don't you?
Ha! I am far too pristine to bother with menial chores. That's for the help.
See what I mean?
Yeah, thanks, I hate her.
Excuse me? Could I trouble one of you for a ladder or...
Oh, sorry, Thea. Let me lower you down.
Oh, I am so glad the trip is over. Trailer was very nice, but Gia complained constantly.
Max, this is Thea T. Thea, this is Maxine Mustang.
Delighted to meet you.
A Model T. Awesome. Can I call you Grandma?
If you do, I'll be forced to commit a murder, I'm afraid.
Ha! Noted. Nice to meet you. And welcome.
Thank you so much.
I gotta take the trailer around. You mind showing Thea to the dorms?
Not at all. Follow me, Thea. You have any bags or anything?
No. I travel light. But what about Gia's bags?
What about Gia's bags?
Understood.
Max, We have a situation.
Does it involve an annoying and pompous Italian?
Why, yes, it certainly does. 2 of them, technically.
Ah, crap. They met already?
Oh, ho, ho! If it isn't another show-off here to pretend she has a legacy to be proud of.
Oh ho ho ho. Another refurbished track car appears on the scene. How many tractor parts do you use in your clutch, dearie?
Oh, ho, 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 ho! At least I know what a race is as opposed to you and your lack of finesse and grace.
Oh ho 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 ho. How much old money did it cost to market your exaggerated history?
Oh, ho, 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 ho. I see you hang out with a beetle. Is she your boss around here?
Oh ho 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 ho. F you.
Stop it! Both of you! We're supposed to be welcoming her, Lucia!
Ha! I don't need your help, you pathetic little insect.
Oh, I see.
Okay, that's enough. Don't you dare speak that way to Berta.
I don't take orders from rice burners.
Putana, you want to take this outside?
Gladly.
Enough! Everyone! You! What the hell is your problem? You've been rude. You've been nasty. We've done nothing to you, and all you've done is act like a total bitch.
My problem? My problem? I am the height of road technology for my time. Royalty amongst you all, and yet here I am stuck out in the boonies with lowly muscle cars and family vehicles. I'm expected to stay in a room without even silk sheets. Is this a place for the poor?
It's a home for all of us. You'd rather go to a junkyard?
Ha! I am far too desirable to ever wind up in such a place.
We can fix that.
Indeed.
Berta, are you all right?
I'll be fine. She's just a bit mean.
Look at what you've done. Berta was just trying to be nice to you, you tosser.
As I said, I don't need help from a German rust bucket.
That's it.
Let's go, you elitist worm.
Stop. Everyone. All right. Gia, is it?
That is me.
Okay, Gia. We're gonna settle this, but not with violence. I have it on good authority that our curator spent a great deal to bring you here in the first place.
She must be improving her tastes then.
Uh-huh. You saw the racetrack out back, right?
I did. Didn't appear up to my standards, but perhaps it's good enough for you all.
You, me, tomorrow afternoon, a race.
A race, you say?
You got a history on the track. Beating a muscle car should be no problem.
Hardly worth my effort. What do I get when I win?
The terms are simple. If you win, I'll personally refurbish your room to whatever standards you'd like. Silk sheets, marble floors, whatever fancy stuff you want.
Oh, that does sound nice. And if you win, not that it'll happen.
If I win, you apologize to everyone. You accept things here as they are, and you do the dishes in the cafeteria for a week.
Ha! Oh, my. Well, it hardly matters. I accept your terms.
Good. 1 p.m. tomorrow. See you on the track.
Looking forward to it.
Max, are you sure about this? She's a Testarossa. Top speed of their family is 180.
I'm aware, Barb. Looking at basic stock options, her family beats mine in every category. But I haven't been stock in years.
I know that, but even you can't go beyond 150.
We'll have to fix that.
Are you certain you don't want me to race instead, Max? I am faster than her.
I made a deal, Lucia. I'm going to keep it. She insulted all of you, and someone's putting her in her place. But I need some more mods to have a real chance.
What are you thinking?
Need a second nitro tank. And new shocks. She beats me in a straightaway, but not necessarily on corners. I don't believe her frou-frou self knows how to drift particularly well.
She doesn't.
Huh? Oh, hey, Thea.
Berta told me everything.
Is she okay?
She is. Sweet girl bounced back pretty quick and offered to make me cookies. We're going to do some baking together later. I have a delightful blueberry muffin recipe to share with her. Anyway, Gia and I were in the same collection. I've known her a while, and yes, she has literally always been like this. But she is a trophy car. Our old owner liked showing her off, but she's never actually raced before. Ever. I highly doubt she knows how to drift in any capacity.
She has no racing experience?
No, not at all. As far as I know, she was purchased right off the assembly line and mostly sat in our climate-controlled home. Occasionally, she'd get the chance to drive around and look fancy, but no racing. Not even speeding.
Now that is good to know.
I assume you actually have experience, Miss Maxine?
Maxine is the most experienced racer out of all of us.
I see. Well, that's certainly an advantage.
Still, don't want to bet everything on just that. I have no intention of refurbishing the pretentious princess's room. Mind giving me a hand?
All right, let's have a good clean race. No bumping, no blocking, no brake testing. Ladies, start your engines.
I hope you've already started looking at prices for those marble floors you promised. I have so many other ideas for my new room.
We'll see about that, Gia.
Go, Max! You got this!
You think she can really do this?
If anyone can, it's Max.
Have faith, my friends. I look forward to see that insufferable arrogance fading from the Ferrari's eyes. Make her eat dust, Max.
Indeed. Go for it.
Gambare.
Ready, set, go! The race is over. Maxine is the winner.
What? No, impossibile.
Yes, wonderful.
Hooray!
Bloody good show.
Fantastic.
I knew she could do it.
Hell yeah.
I don't understand. How? How could I lose?
Don't beat yourself up. You raced well for a newbie.
You must have cheated. You must have.
Oh, come on. Seriously.
I refuse to accept this result.
We had a deal. Honor your end.
Never.
Okay, that is it. You listen to me, you insufferable weasel. You got two options. Either you do what you said you were going to do, accepting your loss with some dignity, or I'll hitch you up to the back of my trailer and drag you across 3 states until your tires burn down to your rims. What's it gonna be?
I am sorry for my behavior. I will be in the kitchen doing the dishes if anyone requires me.
Damn, you sure deflated her tires.
I was trying not to get involved. I think she's got some baggage beyond physical items that we don't know about.
You think so?
Just a sense I get. I know she's a pain, but give her a second chance.
I'll try.
Now that the race is over, can I do a time trial?
Huh? Berta, you aren't a race car.
Please, I want to try. I haven't been able to since the track was finished.
Let her go, Barb. She can have fun too.
Well, all right. Just be careful.
Awesome!
Huh?
Barb, what is happening?
I don't know.
She beat my time.
How?
Did I do good?
You did incredible. How are you so fast?
Oh, my previous owner modified my engine. He thought it'd be funny if I look ordinary, but could outpace all the other fancy race cars.
Funny is certainly a word for it.
Horrifying is another.
I need some more mods.
Max, don't.
I need some more mods.
Who wants some biscuits?
You know, you've already put in your week. You don't have to stay in here and keep doing dishes. I just have some concerns.
Lucia, the last time you interacted with her, you were about to tear each other's axles off. Why the sudden worry?
Listen, the rivalry between her and I's companies goes back many years, but she is still a fellow Italian. And truthfully, I've never seen someone look so defeated, utterly and completely.
I have noticed she's barely said a word since the race. But she was nasty to everyone. And I tried to be nice to her after the fact. Did no good. At the same time, Savannah did say she gets the impression there's some more to the story that we're not privy to. Maybe trauma.
You think so?
People react to trauma in different ways. Some get sad, some smoke and drink, but some get mean. If she's going to be staying here, we should at least try to get to know her a bit.
But how can we do that if she won't speak to us?
We need more information. Let's find Thea. She's known her the longest.
I imagine my time was nothing to write home about.
It was better than expected. You saved some seconds by cutting those corners so sharp. Don't sell yourself short, Thea. You did great.
For the standards of 1908, perhaps.
We all have to start somewhere.
True.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Oh, I just wanted to take a turn on the track today.
Yeah? You really burned some rubber out there?
Might have made it lukewarm.
Ha! As long as you enjoyed yourself, Thea.
I did.
Good. So, not to spoil the fun, but we actually needed your help.
With what?
Lucia, you want to explain?
I had noticed she was still doing the dishes, even though she no longer needs to. I said something to her about it, but she didn't respond at all.
She's never been like this before. I'm afraid I don't know what the best course of action would be. She and I were never particularly close, even in our old collection. I usually just tried to avoid interacting with her on account of the whole incredibly rude thing she is quite affluent at.
That is understandable, though I don't want her to be miserable forever.
I thought you Lambos and Ferraris didn't get along.
There's a big difference between petty rivalry and actually hating someone. She and I may never be friends, but that does not mean I wish eternal sorrow on her.
Such a wise statement, Lucia. I compliment you on your maturity for one so young.
Oh, you think I'm young? Thank you.
All right. Enough with the niceties. Anyone have any ideas for how to handle this?
Hey all! A new resident just arrived today. Please say hello to Lynette Corvette.
Hi, everyone. So nice to meet you.
Surprised to see a permanent tenant of the slow lane making it here?
Well, one can't expect maximum speed when you also have maximum reliability, unlike yourself.
Your interior is boring.
You're all show and no substance.
How's that rust treating you?
Better than the 5th transmission you're likely on.
Oh my God, Max, stop. No more fighting. You... Huh?
I am so happy you remembered Lynette.
Of course I did. That fight was the highlight of an otherwise boring show.
Maxine, you already know Lynette?
Yeah, sorry guys. Didn't mean to scare you. I met Lynette at a show years ago.
From back in our old collection? I don't recall.
That's because you weren't there. Remember the Detroit showing in 2010? The one you wouldn't come to?
The Detroit. Oh, you mean when I scratched my door?
And you couldn't bear to be seen, as I recall.
It was a big scratch.
And you're lucky Oldman Todd was always understanding with us. Anyway, I made friends with Lynette there.
We broke up a fight between 2 of our cousins.
Oh? Which cousins?
An F-150 and a Silverado.
The pickup trucks are always fighting. Typical. I had to hold back the Silverado while Max dragged the F-150 away, kicking and screaming.
It was a hassle, but kind of funny, and we hung out after that. So glad you're moving in, Lynette.
As am I. I was excited to be in a museum, but it's great to know I already have a friend here. Beyond who I came with, of course.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Her name is Emma. Very nice, but a bit... Well, you'll understand when you meet her. Wanted to go inspect the facility on her own.
And she didn't take no for an answer.
She's a bit demanding, but a loyal friend. She'll grow on you, Miss Shiori.
As delighted as I am to meet you, Miss Lynette, may I steer us back to the previous conversation, Max?
Right.
Something wrong?
Just some more drama.
I see. Can I help at all?
Well, I don't... Actually, maybe you can.
What are you thinking, Max?
Gia isn't speaking to any of us, and probably because we all seemed against her during the race.
We were, because she is rude.
But she's never met Lynette before. Maybe she'll at least talk to her, so we can figure out what's going on in that thick skull.
I'm willing to help.
though it would be useful to know who Gia even is and what happened exactly.
Let me tell you the whole story.
Would you like some cookies? These are gingerbread for the holidays, but I have some snickerdoodles in the oven if you prefer. Well, it's okay. You don't need to talk. I'll leave a few here. Help yourself, if you'd like. I hope you feel better soon.
Hello? Miss Gia, I presume.
You are a new face. Who are you?
Lynette Corvette. Nice to meet you. I just moved in today.
I see. I am Gia Testarossa.
Gia, if you don't mind my saying so, you seem rather down.
I don't see why you'd care.
I am a luxury car. Comfort and caring are what I was built for. I hope my asking doesn't seem too intrusive. I just know that sometimes it helps with emotional struggles to confide in a neutral party.
What would you know about my struggles?
Maybe more than you think. You'll never know unless you tell me what's troubling you.
I'm a Ferrari. We're known for our racing history. And finally, for the first time in my life after spending it being a show car, I get to race. And I lose. Clearly. And handedly.
No one wins every race, Gia.
I know that. I am not stupid, but it was so humiliating. Everyone cheered for the victor, as if I were a great villain that was just defeated. Even tried to rub it in my face by saying I raced well, despite losing.
That doesn't sound like rubbing it in your face. Sounds like she was just being nice.
I am not accustomed to such kindness. My sisters always reminded me of our pride as Ferraris before I was bought. I was to remember that. It was hammered into us. Again and again. Until we understood that we had no equal.
Being prideful doesn't mean you can't accept kindness. Or bestow it.
It doesn't matter. My pride is no longer relevant. It is shattered. A Ferrari who cannot race is no Ferrari.
You can race, Gia. Perhaps you just need practice. You said it was your first race, right?
I guess I thought it would come naturally.
Even a natural needs some time to learn. Tell you what, why don't you come meet a friend of mine? She just moved in too, and has quite a lot of racing experience. If you're willing to learn, of course.
What have I to lose?
Let's see. She should be around here somewhere. Emma? Emma, are you in here?
You failed to mention she's a jaguar.
Sorry, this is just how she says hello.
Get her off!
Emma, get off of her. Off, kitty. Off.
Well, that was terrifying.
Emma, this is Gia. She would like to learn how to race better.
Lynette? What is happening?
She is merely judging your aptitude. Give her a moment.
This is highly uncomfortable. What? What did she say?
She says you have a lot of potential. Apparently, she's raced some of your sisters before. They were always worthy challengers.
So you'll teach me?
She says yes. You can start tomorrow.
Wonderful. I am grateful to you both. I can't wait to wipe the smile off that blasted Mustang's face.
Emma, could you give us a moment to talk?
There a problem?
You should know, Gia. Max and the others were the ones who asked me to speak with you.
What? They sent you?
They were worried. I understand you were a bit much when you first arrived, but they did not wish to see you miserable. They thought a fresh face might be able to get you to open up a little.
Their kindness. It is not a joke? To mock me?
Not at all. I know Maxine from years back. She's a rough character, but a good one, and she keeps good company. Do not underestimate the benefits of friends.
I must think on this. I am tired. I would like to rest for the evening.
Certainly. I will see you tomorrow.
I believe so. Thank you, Lynette.
Woo! Did I beat my time?
By a whole 2 seconds. Well done.
Wonderful. It's so nice to be able to let loose whenever I need to.
You definitely got the drive for racing, Thea. Ever think about some mods to improve your speed?
Oh my, no. I believe my status as an original piece is more important.
That makes sense. Besides, I don't know if I could deal with another sleeper around here.
I still have the course record.
She's just so fast.
Impossibly.
I'll get you one day, Berta.
I look forward to it.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Gia. What's up?
I am not good with kindness. But thank you all for trying to reach out to me and for sending Lynette. Miss Berta, your cookies were delicious.
I am so happy you liked them.
I am sorry again for being me. I will strive to improve if you'll give me a second chance.
Of course. We're museum cars, Gia. We're all about second chances. And I meant what I said before. You raced well. Some more practice, and you really stand a chance of beating me.
I hope our rematch will be friendlier than our last race. I will be practicing in the meantime. Wait! Lynette! What is happening?
Sorry, Gia. Emma says training begins now.
But I'm not ready!
Shiori, why didn't you mention the other new person is a jag?
I thought it'd be funnier if I let you meet her on your own.
Oh boy.
Emma is an acquired taste.
Most jags are, Lynette. Hey, Savannah. Welcome back again. Want a beer or something?
Actually, yeah. Trip was pretty stressful.
Idiot drivers?
Always. But, well, the new resident is a bit...
Ah, crap. She's not another nasty piece of work, is she?
No, actually, she's extremely polite and well-spoken. It's just her topics of conversation are a bit... unsettling?
Unsettling?
You know, maybe you should just meet her? You'll see what I mean.
Sure. I could use a break anyway.
Ah, hello there. Mustang family, yes? You must be the Maxine Miss Savannah was telling me about.
That's me. Nice to meet you, miss.
Lenor Eureka. A pleasure. So nice to finally be in a decent home. I can already tell this place will be much better than the old garage I was living in.
I think we've all been there at one point or another.
I'm sure, but I shouldn't complain. The gentleman that took me in was protecting me in his way. Wouldn't sell me to anywhere but a museum. And here I am.
Mission accomplished then. Love your outfit, by the way. I'm a big fan of black myself.
It is the only color for me. The color of death. Of the end of existence.
Huh?
Did you know roughly 2 people in the world die every second?
Wow,
They used to make safety coffins to prevent people from being buried alive.
I see.
People who are cremated produce between 3 to 9 pounds of ashes.
Neat.
Oh, sorry. One of my tangents again. I shouldn't linger. Could someone show me to my room?
Sure, Shiori would be happy to show you.
Huh? Wait! What am I doing?
Lenor. Shiori, Lenor, off you go. Nice meeting you. Bye-bye.
Oh my. You are Japanese, yes?
I am. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. I understand many Japanese consider the number 4 unlucky because it sounds like death in your language.
That's correct.
Okay, so I totally see what you mean. She's really nice, but
super death obsessed. Is it a hearse thing?
I've met a few hearses. They're often a bit eccentric, but never known any quite on her level.
Maybe she's a serial killer.
What? That seems like a bit of a jump, don't you think?
You gotta watch these things. We trucks see stuff on the road. Bad stuff. All the violence, the brutality, the blood, the gore, the lot lizards.
I feel like the last one doesn't really belong with the others.
Have you ever met a lot lizard?
I have not.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
We should keep an eye on her. She might be planning something spooky.
I think you're overreacting a bit, Savannah.
You say that now, but don't come crying to me when the bodies pile up.
For the love of... Fine. We'll keep an eye on her. But I think this is a complete waste of time.
What's she doing?
She's sitting by the lake.
And?
She's sitting, Savannah, by the lake, and doing nothing else.
That's pretty weird.
No, it isn't.
Sure it is.
You're acting like a moron.
Hello?
Crap! She heard us.
If you'd shut up, maybe that wouldn't be a problem.
You poor thing. Don't worry. I'll take care of you.
She took a rabbit. She's gonna sacrifice it. With blood.
I think you've been on the road too long. You want that beer now?
But Max...
Listen, to me. Let's go see what she's doing with the rabbit. If it's nothing weird, then you promise to drop this whole thing.
Fine.
Great, good, let's go.
See? Look at all the spook, the horror, the macabre.
Yes, that's nice. Lenor, you in here?
Oh, hello, Maxine. Savannah. How can I help you?
Where's the rabbit, creature of darkness?
What?
Sorry, Lenor. Savannah has managed to freak herself out. We saw you with a rabbit outside, and...
Oh, yes. Come here. I've taken to calling him Poe. He's quite friendly for a wild rabbit. Poor thing broke his leg, but I put a cast on it. He should be right as rain in a few weeks.
So, saving his life, huh?
Of course. Life is precious and fleeting. It must be cherished.
Have something to say, Big Rig.
I'm very sorry, Miss Lenor. I've allowed my fears to get the better of me. Made a lot of assumptions about you that don't appear to be correct.
What sort of assumptions?
That you're a crazed serial killer who wants to chop us up and feed us to ravens or something like that?
Oh my, no. I would never take someone's life away. But I suppose my fixation on such dark things might make it seem that way. I did spend the 14-hour drive here spouting nothing but random death facts to Miss Savannah to try and make conversation.
Did you know drinking executed people's blood was once thought to be good for you?
Thanks, that's disgusting.
I'm very sorry. I admit my topics of conversation aren't everyone's cup of tea. I did not mean to make you uncomfortable.
No. I'm the one who is sorry. I jumped to conclusions, and that was wrong of me. I don't want you to feel unwelcome. We're happy to have you here, Lenor.
Thank you, Savannah. And don't feel too bad. It's not the first time this sort of thing has happened. When you've spent your whole life doing nothing but transporting the dead, well, you can imagine how my interest developed. In a way, it was coping. I saw so many weep for the lost, families broken and hurting, loved ones devastated. By turning it into a hobby, looking at the facts of death, I was able to deal with it all.
Jeez, I didn't even consider how hard it must have been to live like that.
It was my job, and I did it with dignity. Someone has to move the dead to their final rest. One final honor, a last journey for them. As hard as it could be, I was proud to do it, even if it becomes difficult to make friends as a result.
I wouldn't worry about that. You can already consider me a friend if you want.
Me too.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, you seem like a good person, despite the spookiness. In fact, I know someone else who would be happy to meet you. She gets along with everyone.
There we go, all done. Dark chocolate chip cookies. I even put them in the shape of skulls to fit your unique style.
How fun. Are they cool enough to try one?
Just be careful.
Let's see. Oh my. Miss Berta, these are delicious. You have such a talent.
I'm so happy you like them. I love making cookies for every new resident we get.
Goodness, I think these are dangerous. I could eat them all in one sitting if I let myself.
Perhaps we should share them with the others.
Good idea.
2 feet of frozen nonsense. Frigid menace from the unforgiving sky. Just 24.5 inches of freezing bullshit.
Having fun, Max?
Fun! Fun! Does it look like I'm having fun, Barb?
I mean, are you?
No!
Welcome to Michigan.
Yeah, great. Wonderful. Love the scenery. Don't we have anyone around who's better suited for this?
Not really. Berta's doing her best with the sidewalks, but she can only do so much. Shiori's trying to convince Lucia and Gia to come out, but that's not going super well.
We cannot do the hard labor.
We will break a nail!
I literally just asked you two to help spread some salt.
Salt? No! It will stain our beautiful colors.
Scary!
I suppose it's nice that you two finally agree on something.
So don't expect their help at all. Got it. What about Emma?
Lynette is trying, but
Get out of that snowdrift, now! It is not playtime, it is work time. Don't you take that tone with me. I'm not scared of you.
Really wish we had an actual snow vehicle girl here. You'd think that would be a given.
most are gainfully employed because of how useful they are in the right conditions. I know the curator was trying to get one, but
But still hasn't. And thus, back to work for us.
Maxine, why don't you let me take over for a bit? You've been working all morning.
Huh? You sure, Thea?
Don't let my age fool you. I had sisters who modded themselves to work in the snow. We're much more flexible than you would think.
Well, all right. I could use some coffee.
I just put a fresh pot on. Why don't we both warm up a bit?
I'm surprised you handle the snow as well as you do, Barb.
Well, back home in Britain, the weather did whatever it wanted. Even a sport vehicle must learn to adapt.
If only everyone had that attitude.
To be fair, you did complain the whole time.
Complaining makes me work harder.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But also, I feel better. And, seriously, we really could use someone more specialized for this stuff.
I do agree that it would be beneficial. You have anyone in mind?
Not really. I mean, I guess we could find a pickup and just give her a snowplow. But I was thinking someone who would also be good for the museum. For, like, guests. Nothing against pickups, but
But there are better choices. But can we afford to be picky?
no. Of course, I don't know anyone that really fits the bill.
I don't think anyone else does either. Well, what about Lenor? Perhaps she knows someone. I know she writes a lot of letters every week, so she must have friends.
I guess I could ask. She outside?
She was, but I believe she went back to her room for a break.
Gotcha. Hey, Lenor, you in here?
Maxine? Hello. Come in. Everything okay?
Yeah, well, you were shoveling too.
Oh, yes. Quite a lot of snowfall today. Cold like a corpse.
Uh-huh. How's your fluffy friend?
I came inside to feed him, actually. Poe is all better, but every time I release him, he always comes back to me. Thumps by my window until I let him in.
Looks like he wants to stay.
I hope the curator won't mind.
Nah, she's really chill about such things. As long as you don't let him just run around the building, it shouldn't be a problem.
Good to know. I have grown fond of his fluffy ears. Now, did you need something of me or just checking in?
I actually had a question. You wouldn't happen to know anyone who's good at snow removal, would you? Like, better than any of us at it.
I see why you'd ask. The absence of a specialist here certainly makes what will be a routine job more difficult. You know, I actually think I do know 2 ladies who would fit the bill. Last time I wrote them, they mentioned their current museum was closing down soon and they weren't sure where they could go.
Why didn't you say so? We have plenty of room here.
I did not realize it would be so easy and did not wish to impose. I should also mention that neither is technically a car or truck.
What are they?
One is a construction vehicle. She was less there as an exhibit and more because she's quite flexible in her duties. The other is stranger. She was specially built for the snow and quite unique. But they can both roll down a road.
Pretty sure the curator will be fine with whoever they are. Why don't you give me the details? Savannah is on the road already, so if we can take them, she can give them a ride.
Certainly. I haven't seen either one in many years, so it will be nice.
And once again, the ice plague of the clouds falls upon us.
Did you know that the Black Plague killed between 70 and 200 million people?
No, I did not. Also, thank you. That's depressing.
You're welcome.
Hey, Savannah made it. I thought she'd have to stop.
Does that mean my friends are here?
Yeah, let's go meet our new snow crew. Hey, Savannah, how are the roads?
Awful, but fortunately it didn't get really bad until I was within a few miles of here. Had to take it slow, but hey, I lived.
Are my friends with you?
Yep, I got them. Though you didn't mention that they're both.
Lenor, they're both cats?
Indeed. I'm sorry. Is that bad?
I mean, no. Just wish I got fair warning is all.
Maxine, please allow me to introduce Abel Snowcat and Bexley Bobcat. Abel famously traveled across Antarctica in the late 50s. Bexley's history is less dramatic, but she can do a lot of different jobs. They can be a handful, but you can count on them both.
Nice to meet you two. I know you just got here, but could you— Whoa!
Okay, that is very impressive.
Those two love the snow. Give them a couple shovels and they'll have the work finished in no time.
This is awesome, Lenor. They're gonna fit in great here. Should probably let Berta know to make them some cookies for when they're done.
Abel likes chocolate chip. Bexley prefers sugar.
Noted. I just hope they get along with— Emma, no! These are friends!
Oh dear.
I'm just gonna go get some coffee now.
Sounds nice. Could I have some?
I've got the paperwork for them. Let's go say hello.
Are they going to be normal this time, or—
You know quite well we never know what to expect with new arrivals, Max.
Yeah, just kinda hoping for someone a bit more—
Hey, my paperwork! Give that back! Give that back!
Of course, another cat. Why am I not surprised?
Excuse me? I was told I was to fill out some forms before heading to my new room.
Oh, thank God. Someone who seems relatively normal. Hi, I'm Maxine.
I'm Mabel. Nice to meet you.
I see you've brought, milk?
Oh, yes. I was a milk truck back in the day. My specialty is milk and milk accessories.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but I do other things too. I'm quite handy in the kitchen if I do say so myself. I just love to cook.
In that case, I'll introduce you to Berta. She's always in our kitchen baking something, and I bet she'd love someone to team up with.
That sounds delightful. I do have a small bag, though.
I'll grab it. We'll stop by your room and then head to the kitchen. Berta's probably in there. I smelled sugar cookies earlier.
Return my forms, fiendish feline. You shall not escape the might of Britain.
Is your friend always like that?
Sometimes. That's Gracie. She's a Grumman LLV.
A Grumman mail truck. That explains it.
I would suggest giving her the task of sorting the museum's mail. It's what she loves to do, and when she's focused on it, she's very good. If she isn't working, she gets a lot of pent-up energy and grabs the first paper or box she finds to deliver it.
And if it's not mail?
She'll deliver it anyway. Somewhere.
We do have a small mail room. I'm sure we can keep her busy.
Vile creature. My forms are not yours to take.
Let's head inside.
Shouldn't you help your friend?
Barb? Nah. She's a sports car. She'll catch her eventually.
The will of the crown demands the return of my parchments.
Mabel, this is Berta. Everyone's favorite little bug.
Oh, hello. Would you like some cookies? They're freshly made.
Why, certainly. Thank you. Oh my, these are delicious, Miss Berta.
I am so happy you like them.
If you do not mind, I would love to work with you in here. I have some of my own recipes I'd like to try.
Of course. I would be happy to have some help around the kitchen. Also, I noticed you've brought milk. We were actually running short, so thank you.
I must admit, milk delivery is a bit of an obsession of mine. I used to stockpile it to unhealthy degrees, but a bit of therapy has helped me manage it. If anything, it may be a blessing. You'll never run out of milk with me around.
As long as the fridge doesn't start overflowing with milk jugs, I think everything will be fine.
I promise no such thing will happen. I no longer deliver more milk than required.
Good to know. I should probably go make sure Barb got her papers back. Berta, Do you mind making sure Mabel is acquainted with everything? I've already shown her her room, but nothing else.
No worries. I suspect Mabel and I will have much to discuss.
We should swap recipes.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
In that case, I'll leave you both to it. You get your forms?
Yes, no thanks to you. They're covered in drool.
And where is our new male cat?
She went that way. What have you got there?
Mabel recommended giving Miss Gracie a job. This is the outgoing mail for today. Oh, Gracie, delivery!
Is she going to be okay doing that? She won't lose it.
Mabel insists. She's actually fantastic with the mail and doesn't cause trouble as long as she's working.
Fair enough. Where's Miss Mabel? I still need her to sign a couple of forms.
She's in the kitchen with Berta. They're getting along great.
Oh, good. She's doing really well. And now we have someone to sort the mail every day so we don't need to draw straws over it.
I saw her yesterday. She looked really happy to be handling mail again.
Mabel mentioned she's quite sad doing nothing. I'm glad she's happy here and not stealing my papers.
I'll drink to that. Huh? Oh, hey, Gracie. That for me? Thanks, I appreciate it.
She's honestly a real sweetie now. Kind of feel bad for getting so mad at her.
I don't think she holds a grudge. Doesn't seem the type to, huh? What the hell?
What is it, Max?
A speeding ticket? How? When?
Well, with the way you drive, I mean.
No, it wasn't me. This is from a speed camera across the county. I can't remember the last time I was over there. And the license plate and photo? Wait, that's my old plate. From...
Max? Max, what's wrong? You look pale.
I need to go, take care of this. Yeah, right now.
Max, wait.
Miss Maxine, to what do I owe the visit? In some trouble?
It's about this speeding ticket. Got it in the mail today.
You know well that you're entitled to argue your case in court, however minor. But unless you were in a rush for an emergency, I'll warn you, you'll probably still be paying the fine.
This isn't about, okay, it is, but look at this. Look at the photo. The plate comes back to me, but it's my old one, and the car in the picture isn't a Mustang, it's a Camaro.
Yes, you're right. That's clearly not you. And a Camaro?
You remember the talk we had when I first moved into the museum?
Yes, I remember. You said you thought she'd been scrapped?
And I did think that. But I don't see who else it could be.
Does it look like her?
I mean, other than being the same family, it's hard to tell. Photo is in black and white from the rear, and even then she might have gotten repainted or something.
I see. And am I to assume you've had no contact from her or any other former associates?
No, officer, none. I wanted to move on from that life years ago. I haven't spoken to anyone I used to know in over 30 years. That's why I came to talk to you about it before. Complete transparency and all that.
I see. Okay. I believe you, Maxine. You wouldn't have brought this to me if you'd anything to hide. Still, if she's here and you don't know about it, I must assume it involves smuggling of some kind.
I would hope she's moved past that like I did, but if she's using my old plate...
Then she's trying to hide. Yes.
What do you need me to do?
Nothing, Max. In fact, I insist you go back home and continue living your life as normal. This is a police matter, and I don't need you turning things into a personal vendetta.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry about the ticket. It's clearly not you, and I can see that. From here, however, I'll need to try to pick up the trail. Again, Maxine, stay out of this. No snooping around. And if you do hear from her or someone associated, I want you to tell me at once. We do not need her kind of contraband in this county, and it's even more alarming with the Sault Ste. Marie Bridge in spitting distance.
Christ, I didn't even think of that.
If you catch any other signs of her, tell me. Otherwise, do absolutely nothing.
Right, I understand. Thanks, officer.
Stay safe, Miss Maxine.
That's it. All the money is there. We done here?
Not quite. Looks like you're a little short, babe.
Bullshit. Your little bitch boy can't count, obviously.
Oh, don't worry. It's the amount you said it was. But price has gone up, you see? Inflation and tariffs. That sort of thing.
Inflation on Coke? Yeah, that makes sense. You think I was born yesterday, jackass?
Hey, no need to get so hostile. I'm sure we can work something out. Body like yours, me and the boys just need a few hours of fun, and we'll call it even.
Fuck off. Thanks for the discount, boys. But I don't sleep with small timers.
Memories of sorrow churn inside. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Bottle of spirits soothes the soul. No matter how much you drink, you'll never be whole. Bloodstained streets and tear-filled skies. Drink away their echoing cries. The damage you've done, no hope to repent. The bottom of the bottle, in spirits you'll lament. Our grace of sorrow drowned in silence. Hopeless burden stands no defiance. Let the liquid pour over your heart, blissful slave. The pain quiets, but the guilt forever creeps.
Thanks for moving in early, Millie. And I'm sorry your office space isn't quite finished.
It's all right. I'm glad you decided to call me.
How is she, Doctor?
Physically, there's nothing wrong with her besides a hangover. But I imagine you've all grown used to that.
Max has always been a bit of a drinker since I've known her.
As I'm sure you may well know already, Maxine's issue is mental. She's depressed, ladies, clinically. It's the best diagnosis I have. That compounds the alcoholism and smoking, and likely the grumpy mood I seem to have found her in.
Max is usually very nice despite her rough exterior.
She does get grouchy when she drinks. I should have known sooner.
It's not your fault, Barb.
No, it is. At least in part. I've known her longer, and first met her when she arrived at our old collection. She was not in a good state, to say the least. I befriended her, and she softened over time. I thought she was getting better, and I never pushed to know why she'd been the way she was. I figured she'd share if she needed.
Those with depression tend to bottle up their vulnerabilities. Truthfully, even if you tried to ask about her past, she likely would have redirected the conversation. What you've done thus far is part of what she needs, a support network. You're her friends and clearly care enough to call me here. But she also needs more direct treatment. She's refused antidepressants, so I recommended therapy. She didn't like that either, and those are really the only two options for this sort of thing.
I hope she wasn't too harsh with you.
No, more dismissive than anything. I could tell she was just in a very dark place and trying her best not to take it out on me. I've had worse patients, believe me.
Perhaps one of us could convince her.
It's worth a try.
Well, I've done all I can for now. If you do manage to change her mind, let me know. I know some excellent therapists that would be happy to come here. I'll be getting settled in my room if you need me.
I'll go first. I know a bit more about all this than you do, but not much.
We'll wait out here.
Good luck.
Hey, doctor all done?
She says she's done all she can unless you want to try drugs or therapy.
No drugs and definitely no therapy.
Why not, Max? What's the harm in talking to someone?
You don't get it, Barb. No one does. Especially not some shrink paid to take notes on the way I phrase sentences and make me stare at ink blots.
Then talk to me. We're friends, right?
Of course we are. Don't ask stupid questions.
I remember when we first met. You were angry, sad, miserable. I never asked you why.
No, you never did. You never needed a reason to be my friend. You didn't want anything but a conversation. I wasn't used to that.
What happened to you, Max? Max.
Don't, Barb. You're better off not knowing where my life took me before. It might make you see me differently.
You think I judge you? The Max I'm friends with isn't a person I'd ever shun for any reason.
Any reason. Pretty bold statement for someone who's lived her life dolled up and on display.
What? How dare you? You don't...
Save it. I'm going out.
Where are you going?
I said out. So it really was you.
Been a long time, Maxine. How you doing, pony girl?
Don't call me that. What do you want?
Is that any way to treat an old friend? I thought we were like sisters.
Yes, we were like sisters. What are you doing here? And with my plate?
Well, it seemed an unnecessary risk to just barge into your new home. I've no reason to upset your peaceful dwelling. Figured hiding behind your plate might get your attention. I kept it all this time, after all. And it at least brought you out so we could chat.
There's nothing for us to chat about, Cassie.
Oh, come on. Why so hostile? We had some good times back in the day.
Good times? That's not how I remember it. I remember running coke every day to Brooklyn, dodging police cruisers wherever we went, getting shot at after yet another deal went bad. Then, in our downtime, forced to get Lewis's rocks off before he passed us around to his friends like free whores. Yeah, good times.
I mean, we had fun sometimes, right?
After the third dose of smack in my arm? Yeah, I probably seemed fun because I was blitzed out of my mind.
I wasn't talking about... Okay, look, let's back up. Louis was a scumbag, and you and I know that better than anyone. I was talking about the rare occasions we just hung out, when he wasn't around. We were friends once.
Yeah, until you abandoned me. You have any idea what he did to me after you left?
Is that what you think? You think I just got up and left you?
Sure seemed like it.
I see. I guess it would look that way to you. Look, it doesn't matter. I came here to ask for your help. I've got a big job to pull, and I could use you.
You've got to be kidding me! You want me to help you run drugs again? After what you did?
Some things are worse than what I left you with.
What could possibly be worse? You just keep making excuses. You can't even be bothered with a half-hearted apology.
I don't have a damned thing to apologize for, pony girl. You have no idea what I... Just listen. It's a big score. A lot of money. We take some snow across the border. Right over the bridge. The Canadians pay top dollar for it. We split it 50-50. I'm running my own show now. No douchebag wannabe gangsters involved. Just us, making a killing. And we won't have to spread our legs for sleazy coke fiends.
I left that life after I turned Lewis in. I risked being scrapped to escape it. And now you want me to come back? To selling crack? To turning people into obsessed zombies? To ruining lives and families? That's what you expect me to do?
For me, Max, I'm going across in just a few hours. Would rather not risk it alone. I know I can trust you to have my back. Consider it a favor for a friend.
We're not friends. We stopped being that a long-ass time ago.
I see. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. No, I'd rather not. But don't go to the cops. I know you were already there once. I have my contacts. You rat on me, your new friends will pay the price.
You bitch! Don't you dare threaten them!
See you never, pony girl.
Shit! Leave me alone, Berta. Please. I don't want to hurt you too.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Max. The others are already asleep. It's just us. I won't make you talk or do anything, but I'm going to sit right here and make sure you're not doing anything stupid.
You ever have a friend that betrayed you? That was about to do something horrible. Something terrible and selfish. And you felt like you should stop them, but something is holding you back? Like some kind of nostalgia? Back to when you trusted them?
Well, I don't have that exact experience, but maybe I should share what happened with my first owner.
You had more than one too?
Most of us older girls have, me included. I was initially purchased right off the dealership lot by a gentleman named Mr. Fitch. Seemingly a kind, middle-aged man, he was looking for a small family car, and, well, my family is very good at that. I liked him. He was kind to me, and even let me help his wife Dolores in the kitchen. I learned a lot of my baking skills from her, and we were good friends. Mr. Fitch doted on me quite a lot. He liked having me around, and I was happy to be welcomed into his family. But not all was as it seemed. I didn't notice it at first, but Mr. Fitch had a bit of a drinking problem. He often got sloshed after a stressful day at work, and it changed him. Sober, he was polite and friendly, but drinking turned him into a completely different person. He got angry, mean. When Dolores lectured him about it, he'd scream and berate her. Eventually, he started hitting her. I was afraid, so I did nothing for some time, but it only got worse. Then, one night, it got really bad. We had been in the kitchen. Normally, he'd strike her once, which was bad enough, but then he'd stop. This time, he kept hitting her, and hitting her, and hitting her. I couldn't just stand and do nothing, so I picked up a frying pan and smashed him over the head with it. Dolores was hurt, but alive. Mr. Fitch wasn't. I'd hit him harder than I thought. He never woke up. The police were called and impounded me, but Dolores defended me, insisted I'd saved her life, even though I'd killed the man who'd been so nice to me, her husband. A monster when drunk, yes, but I knew he wouldn't have ever been so cruel and evil had he just laid off the drinking. The police were unsure of how to handle it at first, but the prosecutor declined to press charges in light of the circumstances. Dolores took me home. I helped her around the house for a few more years until she gave me to a local mechanic she was friends with, but only on the condition he promised to never send me to a scrapyard. He's the one who made me so speedy, and when he got old, he made sure I was given to a preservation society. And then I wound up here, but I never forgot that night. The life I took, I killed one friend to save another.
Jesus, Berta, I never imagined you'd gone through something like that.
I hide it well, but I'm telling you this because, as it relates to your question, sometimes we must do things to help our friends, even if it seems like it would only hurt them. The results are often not what we'd like, but doing the right thing is never as simple as black and white. The world is full of many shades of gray, and it's up to us to decide which roads to take that cause the least amount of pain.
Berta, I need you to do something for me.
Name it.
I need you to call the police. Ask to speak to Officer Priya. Tell her that I said the deal is happening at the Sault Ste. Marie Bridge tonight. She'll know what that means.
Where are you going?
To do the right thing.
Good luck, Maxine.
get the sense you're not here to help me out, pony girl.
I'm here to help you. But by convincing you to stop this, stop everything.
You don't get it. I can't stop. This is all I know. At least if I'm in control of it, I won't be used again.
You can know something different, Cassie. You go through with this. You're going to destroy who knows how many lives. I know damned well that there's a lot of potential customers just over that bridge. A lot of potential victims. That's why the value is so high. But you're better than that, Cassie. You can walk away now. As long as you continue with this life, you're still under Louis's control, whether you want to admit it or not.
I'm not better than this. Not really. I wish I was. I wish I could be better. More like you, pony girl. Even after everything we went through, you never lost your good heart.
Cassie, please, I don't.
You remember the first time we hung out? Down in Miami.
Yeah, I do.
You'd only been with us a little over a week. So naive. Full of positivity. You had no idea what you just walked into.
But you did.
I remember I kept you at arm's length at first. It wasn't because of our family's rivalry or because I didn't like you. I was terrified. For you. Louis had already ruined me. Made me an addict. Slave to his needs. And now he was going to do it to you too.
He called me into his room and—
Don't, pony girl. We don't need details. We lived it. We know exactly what he did.
That's when I finally realized what my life had become. What I was.
You didn't know it, but I cried the whole time along with you. Not just from pity, but because I was so weak. I could have done something. Run in with a lamp and bashed his head in. Something. But
It wasn't. I never blamed you, Cassie. He made us both addicts for a reason.
so we wouldn't say no, or at least struggle less. After it was over, Louis passed out in a drugged-up stupor. I think we always hoped he wouldn't wake up when that happened.
But he always did. Somehow.
It was nearly daylight. We hadn't talked much at that point.
You told me to follow you. You didn't ask. Never gave me the option to stay.
I needed to get you out of that room. Outside, for some air.
You took me to the shore. Watched the sunrise.
I let you sit with your thoughts for a time. You had a lot to process and needed to realize you were safe for the moment. Then I offered you a cigarette.
I'd never had one before. Said the hell with it. Why not, at that point?
Why not, indeed? I realized then that even if I was incapable of escaping, even if neither of us could run, I could at least teach you how to survive that life.
You took me under your wing. Showed me the ropes. I'd never been a criminal before then. Let alone been used. My first owner was a good guy.
We talked about that too. We talked about a lot of things. Usually not work or Louis related. It was nice to have an escape. Something else to focus on. Before the shit show started again, you learned so fast. I was startled by the change.
I didn't have a choice.
But you did it. And you were my best friend, pony girl. The only one I could trust. Count on. Who didn't need anything in return. It was a friendship I tried to deserve as best I could. And I swore I'd always protect you.
Then, why? Why did you leave me with him?
Because the alternative would have been far, far worse.
You said that before. What do you mean?
You're better off not knowing. You've got a new life now. Friends, a proper home, no more drugs, no more being pimped out, and you got there without me. I'm proud of you, pony girl. But I need to do this.
Why, Cassie? Why do you insist when there's another way?
There was another way for you, another road to take, but not for me. Say, you remember how we went home after the sunrise?
We raced down Main Street before morning rush hour.
If you really want to stop me, you'd better have gotten faster since then.
Cassie!
No escape, no choice, no winning.
Cassie! Cassie!
This is fitting, isn't it?
Just keep talking. You're gonna be all right.
No, pony girl. I'm
You're gonna be fine, damn it! Stay conscious.
I'm sorry. I should have known Louis wouldn't have told you the truth.
What truth?
I didn't leave you. I took your place.
Huh?
Louis, he always racked up debts with the wrong people. I overheard him negotiating with them. He owed a lot of money, so he decided to barter with you.
Me.
He talked you up to them, told them how well you performed. They agreed to settle the debt if he gave you to them permanently. These guys were bad news, pony girl, even by our standards. Louis was trash, but even he had his moments of humanity, rare as they were. But these guys weren't just about drugs. They were about entertainment, if you get my meaning. They took girls off the streets. Whether human or vehicle, they didn't care. And who knows where they'd take you, who'd they sell you to, what they'd...
Cassie? What did you do?
I couldn't stomach the thought of you. You being given to those pigs, those scum of the earth. Even after nearly 10 years of Louis's abuse, you still had your heart. And I knew they'd break it. So I went to Louis, demanded to be given to them in your place. He said no at first. Said I was better in bed and wanted to keep me... jackass. I told him I wouldn't do what he said anymore. That I would start refusing, that I would fight him at everything. He hit me a few times, but I didn't yield. Finally, he said that if I wanted to go be a slut so bad, then he'd give me to them. And so it was.
Cassie, he never told me.
Of course he didn't. He was a piece of shit. But the men that took me were worse, like I knew they would be. I won't tell you what they did to me, but I'm sorry you thought I abandoned you. I thought I was protecting you from a worse fate.
Why didn't you tell me before?
Because I know you, and I knew you'd find a way to blame yourself. But it wasn't your fault. It was my choice.
How long? How long were you—
10 years? I don't know. Kinda lost track of time. But we should have both just ran. Maybe we would have been scrapped. But
It's okay. Just hold on, Cassie.
listen, pony girl. I have a last request.
Screw that. You're not dying.
Shut up and listen. Please, I have a daughter.
You do?
You don't seem surprised. God, pony girl. Tell me Louis didn't.
It happened maybe a year after you left. When he found out I was pregnant, he beat me until I wasn't.
I really hate that man.
What do you need me to do?
I did this. Went back into this life for her. I've been hiding her from prying eyes. I escaped when I realized I was with child. I wouldn't allow them to take her, use her. Not my little girl, but I needed money. Didn't know any other way. Here, this is the address. She doesn't know what I do. She's innocent, pony girl. Like we should have been. Please, please, Maxine. Keep her safe.
I will, but you can too. You're not dying here.
Still such a good person, even after everything. I'm so goddamned proud of you.
Cassie! 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 Cassie!
Memories of sorrow churn inside. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Bottle of spirit soothes the soul. No matter matter how much you drink, you'll never be whole. Bloodstained streets and tear-filled skies drink away their echoing cries. The damage you've done, no hope to repent. The bottom of the bottle in spirits you'll lament. Hard grace of sorrow drowned in silence. Hopeless burden stands no defiance. Let the liquid pour over your heart, blissful slave. The pain quiets, but the guilt forever creeps.
For the final time, I can't let her go just yet.
Max did nothing wrong.
She's the one that told me to call you.
If she hadn't intervened, who knows how much coke would be in Canada right now?
Surrender our friend or face a descendant of Rome.
Look, there's protocol to follow. I don't want to keep Maxine in holding any longer than I have to.
Can we at least talk to her? She shouldn't be alone right now.
I can't do that either.
Quit stonewalling us! Just let us speak to her.
I said no.
Gomanna menu!
Hey!
Azo!
Take her to the holding cell. The rest of you, out, now!
Great. Now what do we do?
The curator said she'd be here soon.
Can't believe Shiori did that. As if we don't have enough problems.
Actually, I think Shiori did that very much on purpose.
What do you mean?
The police station is small, and they only have a single communal holding cell. They have no choice but to put Shiori in with Max.
So Max won't be in there alone.
Exactly!
Clever. Wait, how do you know how big their holding cell is?
Remember that parking ticket I forgot to pay last summer? I was in there for about 5 minutes.
Oh, right.
Forgot about that.
Shiori? How the heck did you get sent back here?
I murdered Officer Priya's plant.
Huh. Pleased with yourself?
Just a little bit. And someone had to make sure you weren't alone right now. I'm sorry about your friend.
Yeah. Me too.
We have nothing but time right now. When you're ready, I'd be willing to listen to your story, Max.
I should tell you. All of you. But I don't know if I can get through it more than once.
So you'd rather tell us all at the same time?
It might make it easier. I don't know.
Max, we're your friends. Whatever happened, no one would judge you. I certainly wouldn't.
It's not just about the things I did wrong. It's about what happened to me.
Take your time. But just so you know, we already are aware of the drugs. We aren't angry at you, Max.
That's good to know.
Truth is, I have no right to be. I've had my own experiences with that side of humanity.
You? You were a drug runner too?
Not exactly. I was... Well, would it make you feel better if you knew one of your friends could relate to your own past?
Yeah, it would. But I won't make you revisit yours if it's too painful.
You wouldn't be making me. I'm offering. But you must promise that it will stay between us. I am trusting you with my deepest secret.
I kept my own secrets, Shiori. I can keep yours.
I know. Well, here goes nothing.
What are you doing?
Do you remember over the summer when you all decided to go swimming in the lake, but I kept making excuses?
Yeah, I figured you were just shy, or no. No way. Shiori? You're?
I am Shiori Supra, formerly of the Takahashi family of the Dojinkai.
You were Yakuza?
I was, for nearly 20 years, though it didn't start out that way. Like most of us, I was sent to a dealership in Kurume with several of my sisters. Fresh off the line, it was 1994. A young man, 19 years old, came onto the lot to inquire about getting a car. His name was Michio Yuki, and he asked me if I wouldn't mind being his personal car. I liked him already. Most didn't bother asking us what we thought. They just bought us. But Michio treated me very kindly. Early on, he was interested in getting into legal street racing. He worked 2 jobs to pay for some upgrades for me, and things were fine for the first year. In 1995, however, Michio got involved with some less scrupulous individuals, but he started making more money than he ever had before. All he had to do was deliver a package from one place to the other. Don't ask questions. Never open the package.
Sounds familiar.
I'm sure it does. Needless to say, the packages contained drugs. Meth, in our case.
Meth? Jeez.
It's a notable problem in Japan and often underreported. I told Michio that the whole thing stank and he should go back to his honest jobs, but he didn't listen. We kept up the courier work for a time until he got curious. He opened one of the packages, tried the strange substance.
Damn it. He got hooked.
He did, but he didn't start paying for it. Instead, he thought he'd just skim a bit off the top every trip for himself. He offered me some, but I refused. I saw what it was doing to him. Over time, he needed more to fuel his addiction. He kept skimming, too much, enough that it was noticed. And in December of 1995, right before the new year, they came for us. Neither of us knew they were Yakuza before then. They were from the Takahashi family under the Dojinkai. They brought us before their family head, Akihiko Takahashi, a tall, imposing man. He looked at us with a blank expression. Then he told his men to take Michio away and leave me. He stared me down, then simply asked who had been stealing the shabu.
Shabu?
Our slang for meth. I knew Michio was dead if I gave him up. Even drugged up and not himself, he'd still been kind to me. Never made me take anything. I couldn't sign his death warrant, so I said that I was the one who was taking it.
Jesus, Shiori. They would have killed you.
I assumed they would, but hoped they'd spare Michio. I was wrong. I was locked in a holding cell in the basement of their headquarters for a time. There was no clock, so I lost track of how long I was down there. Then Takahashi-sama came in. One of his juniors wheeled in a television and left. Takahashi-sama sat down next to me and spoke kindly. He explained that he knew I lied to him and he also knew why. Then he played a tape on the television. It was of Akihiko, telling them that it was all my idea, that I was the addict, that I was behind everything.
Oh my God.
I couldn't believe it. He'd always been so kind to me. I was already willing to take the fall, but for him to so brazenly throw me to the wolves. But, Takahashi-sama continued, speaking gently, calmly, he explained that he respected the loyalty I'd demonstrated. It was something he admired. I don't know how involved you were in organized crime, but loyalty is kind of a major deal to pretty much all of them, especially Yakuza. He said he showed me the tape to reveal that my loyalty was misplaced. And he gave me a choice. Become his personal vehicle, swearing an oath of loyalty to him and the Dojinkai. Or, the only other option would be to send me for scrap.
Not really much of a choice.
It wasn't, but I still appreciated Takahashi-sama for even spelling out the options. He gave me a way out, a way to live. And that option was only available to me because I had shown him what he valued most from his family. Loyalty. I said yes, and swore an oath to him. Yakuza normally don't allow women in the ranks in this manner, let alone vehicles, but he made a special case for me because he wanted me at his right hand, not just for transport, but to know for sure that at least one person in the den of snakes that is the Yakuza would be loyal. And I was. Over time, I learned everything there was to know about Takahashi-sama, his traits, his interests, and I came to respect him too. He was the kind of man who could only thrive in organized crime. One minute he'd be discussing refurbishing the local school. The next, he was ordering the assassination of a police informant, all in the same breath. But he treated me with a gentle hand. Told his subordinates that I was never to be touched by any of them, and if I was, they'd be killed. He even recommended what I should get for my Irizumi, my tattoo, the red dragon and the Japanese maple of the same name. It represents beauty, strength, and grace. I liked it, so that's what I went with. I think Takahashi-sama appreciated that I accepted his idea. When we weren't working, we'd spend time just enjoying the sights and sounds of the city. But I always knew what I was really involved in, what I was really doing. Hurting so many. I was never used as a courier car again after joining the family, but I did help Takahashi-sama with the organization. The Dojinkai as a whole differs from most other Yakuza groups today with the drugs. Many of the others won't touch them anymore. Too much risk. But the Dojinkai don't care. And we moved so much product into my country. And I was a part of it. To my eternal shame. Sometimes I was even put in charge of organizing shipments, deciding which regions would be most profitable. And I got good at it. This went on for years. Years. And who knows how many thousands, maybe even millions of lives I affected. But I survived that way, and earned Takahashi-sama's eternal favor, so much that he became concerned about me. Many of the other family heads would upgrade their vehicle every year or so, but he chose not to because he feared where I would end up. He knew I'd never turn him into the authorities, but he didn't want me to die. As it turned out, he should have been more worried about himself. There was a civil war among the Dojinkai in the early 2000s, and he was assassinated. He was not what anyone could call a good man, but he was my friend, and I realized I was truly alone and at risk. But Takahashi-sama had one last surprise for me. One of his most loyal subordinates came into my room the day after he was killed, handed me an envelope, and simply said he was told that if anything happened to Takahashi-sama, he was to give it to me and say nothing else. Then he bowed and left. The envelope had a ton of yen in it, as well as a fake ID and passport for a Shiori Takahashi. I knew immediately what he wanted me to do. I left within the hour, didn't say goodbye to even those I thought I could trust. Went to the airport and took a plane here, to America. I wandered for a time. Eventually fell into the same preservation group as Berta and Lucia. Berta gave me cookies. Lucia gave me a headache. Been friends ever since. But they don't know any of that, Max.
That was a lot. It's not quite the same as what happened to me.
I know you probably had it worse. I had the protection of a Yakuza family head.
Trauma isn't a competition, Shiori. You have your own demons, your own guilts. Just because you weren't forced to share a bed with a drugged-up douchebag for over 10 years in between running cocaine shipments up and down the East Coast doesn't make your issues any less valid.
What?
He forced us, Cassie and I, made us addicts so we'd stop fighting back.
Max, my God, no wonder you've been hiding this. It's okay. You don't need to tell the whole story yet.
Thanks, Shiori.
Miss Maxine,
Yeah, officer?
we need to talk. Alone.
Right.
Your friend can stay here a little longer until I decide whether she's getting vandalism charges.
That's fine. Your cell is quite clean.
Uh-huh. This way, Maxine.
And that's pretty much the gist of what happened.
I see. And what part of stay out of it did you not understand?
She was my friend, and she's the one that came to me first. I was hoping I could convince her to walk away, to stop.
Right. Oh, goodness. Such a mess. Well, I just have a few more questions. Did she tell you where she got the coke from?
No, she never did. Her plan was to sell it for a higher price across the border, so I'm guessing she bought it here? Maybe further south. I honestly don't know.
Well, as a follow-up question, we discovered the bodies of several men in the woods not far from the county line. They were shot, and the bullets matched the gun Cassandra was carrying.
Jesus, Cassie.
Do you have any details about that?
No, she never mentioned shooting anyone.
Can you think of any reason she'd want to kill these men?
That depends. What can you tell me about them?
They were, well, suspected drug dealers. We never had enough evidence for an arrest, but they were on our radar.
If they were acting as her suppliers, the only reason I can think of is that the deal went bad. Cassie wasn't a cold-blooded killer. I don't believe for a second she'd kill them unless they came at her first.
All right. One last question. Among the meager amount of personal effects you had on you, there was a piece of paper with an address over in Wisconsin. What is that about?
It's a promise I made and intend to keep.
Drug-related?
No. That address has nothing to do with anything criminal.
Okay. Well, I may call you back in for a talk, but outside of illegal street racing, we don't have anything to hold you on. And I spoke to the DA. He doesn't think that charge will hold up in light of your defense focusing on your heroic actions in preventing a large quantity of illegal drugs from entering Canada.
Yeah. Don't really feel like a hero, though.
I am sorry that you couldn't save her from herself, Maxine. You did more than most would have.
Thanks. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Her remains. What are you planning to do with her?
Without anyone to claim her, we'd normally just send her for scrap. But clearly someone is claiming her. We still need to wait a bit for some autopsy results. Standard procedure. Soon as I can, I'll call you and you can lay her to rest as you see fit.
Thank you, officer. That means a lot.
You're free to leave, Maxine. I'll come speak with you at the museum if I need anything else.
I understand. What about Shiori?
She hurt my favorite plant. I'm going to let her sit another hour. Then, she'll be released pending payment for a replacement pot.
Ha. All right, that's fair.
Max,
Are you okay?
We were worried sick.
I'm okay. I'm not fine. And I owe all of you an explanation, and I will tell you everything, but not right now. There's a promise I need to keep first.
what do you mean?
To make a long story short, Cassie was my best friend for many years. And she's probably the only reason I'm even still alive, that I'm still here. Before she died, she gave me an address, where her daughter is. Asked me to take care of her.
Daughter?
You mean she once gave up a part for a new prototype?
No,
That's possible? For us?
it is.
How do you know?
I know.
I'm getting the sense this is a difficult topic.
Oh. Max,
Like I said, I'll tell you everything. But after I do this,
we're not letting you go off alone.
no, I don't want to spook her. I don't know how sheltered this girl has been.
At least let one of us come.
You must have a friend to lean on in your time of grief. I will join you. I will protect you with the strength of Rome.
Okay, fine. Barb, Berta, can you two go ask Lenor if she can organize a small funeral?
Of course we can, Max.
Thanks. Maybe ask the curator if we can bury her on the property. I don't know. Oh, Barb? I'm sorry for what I said. I was out of line.
It's okay, Max. You've clearly been dealing with a lot.
We'll talk when I get back. Let's go, Lucia. So?
Hi.
Hi. Lucia, just spit it out. What is it?
It's a lot, I'm afraid. I shall not pry too much until you are ready, but I was simply curious. Is the reason you drink so much related to your past?
I think it's safe to say there's a strong connection. Yes.
Right, I see.
Was that it?
No, but look, when Berta woke us up and said you'd run off again, we were petrified. We were not sure if you were sober, and I have seen what happens when one does not drink in a responsible manner.
You have?
I know you have a lot you need to tell us, a lot of baggage. If it has the potential to convince you to cut back on your substance abuse, I would like to share.
I'm willing to listen. Does anyone else know about this?
Only Berta. Once offered me a German beer and I told her no. Confided in her about why. She has kept it between us.
I don't gossip, Lucia. You know that.
This was years ago. My life as a supercar differed a bit from more affordable vehicles. In our world, most of us are treated like queens, but often do not have long lives.
What? Why not?
While we are cherished and loved in our day, we are a status symbol, and such symbols fade with the changing times. The type of people who can afford us are also often the same kind of people that wish to upgrade to our younger siblings or cousins every year. Or if they are not, they are the overspenders who sink everything they have into getting us only to realize that even simply maintaining us is a significant investment. You cannot take my kind to just any mechanic, Max. We are special, and while that sometimes can be a blessing, it also makes it hard to keep us going. In any event, my first and only owner before the Preservation Society was a young man named Lorenzo Romano. A pleasant man, to be sure, but also a bit, how do you say, dim.
So he was an idiot. Got it.
He wasn't a complete moron, but he was certainly no genius. Still, he was kind, and was able to afford my high purchase price. I remember how excited he was, promised to make sure I was well taken care of always. I'm sure most of my siblings had similar empty promises, but Lorenzo made it sound genuine. However, when we got to his house, I quickly realized my life was not going to be exactly ideal.
Why's that?
It was a nice enough house for a lower middle-class family.
Oh.
You see where this is going. Lorenzo had good intentions, but he was not at all in the financial position to acquire any sort of supercar. He could barely afford a regular car. I would later learn he took out a substantial loan to pay for me, one he had no idea how he would ever pay back. When he brought me inside, his wife was less than thrilled. She shouted and berated him for his irresponsibility, demanded he return me at once, but he refused. Then she accused me of seducing him with my beauty.
Guessing that wasn't true.
My family is certainly attractive, but I hardly talked myself up. That's what the salesmen are for. Anyway, Lorenzo's wife demanded I be sent to the garage as she didn't want to look at me, and there I stayed for several months. She didn't let me enter the house. Occasionally, Lorenzo would take me out for a drive. It was in those moments I felt better, sometimes even had fun because, for all his faults, he was a good man. Irresponsible, foolish, maybe a bit stupid, but a good heart. And even on days he didn't take me out, he'd always come in to see me, make sure I was well, brought me food and did my basic maintenance himself. He couldn't balance a checkbook, but with my guidance, he could do an oil change. But his relationship with his wife was falling apart, and I heard their fights through the thin walls. The thing is, many of their problems were not entirely Lorenzo's fault. He certainly didn't help, but he actually had a decent job. Nothing amazing, but he could afford a home and the loan payments, if not for one small issue. His wife had a serious drinking problem.
Burning through their income on booze?
Yes, and not even cheap booze. She only drank expensive wine and had at least 2 bottles a day. Sometimes more. Lorenzo had begged her to stop or at least cut back. She refused. Then he asked her to get a job of her own to offset the wine expenses. She told him that women didn't work and that it was his responsibility to provide for her. Perhaps in a situation where Lorenzo really was spending all their money on nonsense, that would have been a fair statement, but his only bit of selfishness had been investing in me. His wife's alcohol consumption was always far more expensive than Lorenzo's monthly car payment. He would sometimes speak to me about it. I even suggested that he could sell me to try and solve the problem, but he explained that even if he did, his wife would simply burn through that money in under a year. And he was right. Everything came to a head just 2 years after he bought me. Lorenzo and his wife got into another argument. I had learned to simply tune it out at that point. It was a daily occurrence. But that night, his wife came into the garage, woke me up. I was confused. She never came into the garage. She reeked of alcohol, and she got into my driver's seat.
Oh my God.
I couldn't stop her. She floored my accelerator and took off down the street. I tried to correct her chaotic steering, but she just kept fighting me, demanding I go where she wanted to. The liquor store, of course, but she wouldn't slow down, she wouldn't pay attention. And to my horror, a mother and her child were on an evening walk, crossing the street directly ahead.
Lucia, no.
I swear, Max, I swear I hit my brakes, but she wouldn't get her damned foot off the accelerator. And when we hit them, I was doing over 120. The police showed up not long after that. Both mother and child were dead on impact. Lorenzo's wife was arrested, charged with 2 counts of road homicide. I was not held responsible, but I was impounded as evidence. Lorenzo was financially ruined, having to pay for a costly divorce and figure out how to manage to get me out of impound and fix my own damage. His wife would be found guilty, sent to prison. As for me, Lorenzo didn't want yet another victim to come from what happened. He cared about me, and he worked to find a way to help me, and he did. He was able to get in touch with a rep from the Preservation Society here in America. They were trying to get a genuine Diablo, but the cost was too high for a non-profit. Lorenzo cut a deal. If they could afford to get me out of impound and fix me, he'd sell me to them for just a single euro. They readily agreed, and he came to say goodbye. I asked him how he would handle his finances. He could not possibly afford to simply give me up, but he told me not to worry, to go and be happy in my life. I never saw him again. Last I heard, he'd sold the house and was living with his father. And it all could have been avoided. That mother, that child, they did not deserve to die, and I couldn't stop it.
It wasn't your fault, Lucia. It was the drunk behind your wheel.
I know. But I still see them at night. Their terrified faces. Some things never leave us, my friend. I am certain you have your own demons in your nightmares.
I do. Look, cutting back on my drinking is definitely on my to-do list. I'll try, I promise.
I will support you however I can. Also, I believe we are approaching the address.
Yeah, we are. Listen, let me go in first. Like I said, I don't want to spook her.
Sure, I will keep an ear out in the meantime.
Thanks, Lucia. Hello, my name is...
You're Maxine Mustang, right? Mother told me about you.
You know who I am?
Yes. Mom talked about you a lot when she was around. She also told me I could trust you, and that if you ever showed up here without her, that she's...
I'm sorry,
Come in. It's getting dark. Is that Lambo a friend of yours?
Yes, her name is Lucia. You can trust her.
Okay, she can come in as well.
You look just like her. Your mom, I mean...
Thank you. I always wanted to be just like her. But she always said I really didn't.
Did she ever tell you anything? About her life outside of here?
Not really. She'd usually leave and just come back with money for us to continue affording this place. Sometimes just a few days. Sometimes weeks. When I was young, I didn't question it too much. But as I got older, learned things, got to thinking. Miss Maxine, was my mother a criminal?
Not by choice. There's a lot to unpack there. But I will tell you, we were both forced into it. And I've been out of it for years. Your mother was too, but she went back to it to make sure you were taken care of.
And now she's gone. What am I to do now?
You'll come with us. We have a safe home, a museum. I promised your mom I'd look after you.
I see. Well, don't see what choice I have.
Out of curiosity, you recognized me immediately. Was your mom's description that thorough?
Oh, no. She kept this around.
This is...
She said it was taken a long time before I was born.
Summer of 1985. Miami boardwalk. We'd found a tourist's disposable camera they'd left on the beach. Couldn't find them, but it still had a shot left. I thought this picture was long gone.
Mother asked me to take special care of it, but also ensure I commit your face to memory. She told me that you were the only person other than her that I could be sure would never do me harm. So, if you say that this museum is safe, then I shall come with you. But... Did Mother tell you what I am?
I know you're half human, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. As long as you know.
But now that I think about it, she never actually told me your name.
It may cause some confusion. I am called Maxi. Maxi Camaro.
I see.
And yes, before you ask, she did name me after you.
So, 2 Maxes, huh? Oh, I am Lucia. Sorry, I've been quiet.
Hello.
You can trust her, Maxi.
Okay. If you say so. If it makes it easier, Mother sometimes called me Mixi as a nickname.
That will certainly make it easier, yes.
Nice to meet you, Maxi.
Do you need time to get packed?
Yes. There are a few things I'd like to take.
Go ahead. We'll wait outside. Ready to go?
Yes. I'll miss the old place. This is the only home I've ever known.
Our museum is lovely. You'll like it, I'm sure.
I hope so. Huh?
That's a lot of sirens.
You don't think...
I definitely think. Maxi, is there another way out of here?
Yes. There's a hidden back road. Mother made sure I drove it myself weekly to remember it well.
Lucia, take Maxi down that road and get her to the museum.
What? But what about you?
Someone has to distract them.
Max!
I'll be fine. It wouldn't be the first time.
Okay, Maxi, let's go.
Are you certain?
If there's one thing I know for sure, it's that your mother was right to tell you to trust Max.
I understand. The road is this way.
This is Kara Caprice of the DEA. We are here to exercise a federal warrant to search the premises. Come out with your hands up. Be ready to breach the door. They may... Huh? After her.
I'm sorry to bother you with this. I just didn't know who else to call.
It's okay, Max. We actually have several hybrids down here.
You do?
Yep. It's a classified fact about us. Don't go announcing it to everyone, but we can indeed have children.
Yeah. I just didn't know how common it was.
Well, I have a personal stake in it. My daughters are also hybrids.
What? Really?
Yup. Is the one you have there a half-breed?
By that, do you mean that she's the child of a full vehicle and a dude?
Correct.
Then yes, that's right.
Okay. Well, you shouldn't worry too much. The only major difference between half-breeds and us is that they can heal naturally like humans, though more slowly. They also tend to be a bit more capable than their mothers, but not drastically. It's the three-quarter hybrids where things get a bit crazy.
There's three-quarter hybrids?
Yeah, just one that we know of, but she's a lot.
What do you mean you lost her?
She's fast, real fast.
You didn't mention she started crawling. I figured you two could handle it. Jail. Pumpkin, come back.
How are we supposed to handle this?
Anyway, let me consult someone in a better position to ensure protections are in place for her.
I appreciate it, Dallas. How's she doing?
Nervous, but quite pleasant. What did Dallas say?
She's going to help. Apparently, she's quite familiar with hybrids, as they call them.
She is?
Yeah. Says her daughters are, so...
Wow. I can't believe it. Max, you promised you'd tell us everything.
Yes, and I will. But I'd rather only do it once, so...
I gotcha. Okay.
Barb, seriously, what I said before. It was wrong. I'm sorry.
It's fine, Max.
Is it?
Yes. Because it's mostly true, honestly.
What?
I'm a grand tourer, Max. But the only time I ever got to tour anything, it was a complete disaster. My family was rather small by car girl standards. We were considered a status symbol much like Lucia's, but in my case, my owner was a politician. He collected cars in his spare time, had us just to have us, to look at us, to gawk, show his friends. I was permitted to drive only on special occasions because he felt wear and tear would ruin my appeal. Never mind my happiness. He just wanted me around to enhance his own esteem. But things began changing into the 1970s. Not necessarily for the better, but, well, he started taking me out more often. At first, I was happy, of course, but I should probably mention that he was a British politician in the 1970s, in Northern Ireland.
Wait. That was when... No.
The Troubles, they called them. A rather British way of understating a massive wave of political violence as the IRA and associated groups pushed to liberate Northern Ireland from British control. There's a lot of complexity that goes into what was really going on, and a lot of different groups were established during the conflict, but atrocities were committed on both sides. And my owner decided it was just a fantastic idea to start driving me on the regular at that time.
Why?
Other than the fact he was a pompous buffoon, his intention was to show the locals that he was no better than they were. A person just like any other. Prior to that, like most politicians, he had been chauffeured around. He thought by driving himself, he was acting more like the common man.
And it never occurred to him that his choice to drive one of the most exclusive and fancy car girls in the world might not necessarily give the impression he was going for.
He was pretty bad at optics. I told him as much, but he had never listened to what I thought before. After all, I was just a car. That's what he always said. And then one day, it finally happened. We were driving to the office. It was early. Not many people on the streets. And the bomb sent me rolling. Then some men riddled me with bullets. I still remember the pain as they tore into my body, and the blood from my owner, everywhere.
Barb, my God.
When the police arrived, they were surprised I was still alive, but I believed my life was over. I was badly damaged, enough to be considered totaled, but I was lucky. Instead of sending me to scrap, they decided to try auctioning me off after cleaning me up a bit. And a more middle-aged Todd was in the audience.
Old man Todd was in Northern Ireland.
His father was Irish, remember? And he'd wanted a member of my family for nearly 10 years. Given my damage, I assumed he was going to use me for parts. But he happily told me he was planning on fixing me no matter how long it took. And it did take a while.
How long?
Nearly 20 years. Old man Todd was never amazingly wealthy, if you recall. And getting parts for my family is not exactly the cheapest venture. But he kept his word. He checked on me every day, let me take walks, spent time with me even when he was still waiting for my parts to come in. And when I was finally restored, he drove me, and let me drive myself if I wished. He was the complete opposite of my first owner, and I'll never forget his kindness.
He was a good man. I miss him a lot.
As do I.
But still, you never told me you'd nearly been killed, Barb.
And you never told me any of what happened to you, Maxine.
That's fair.
But it's strange. I remember when you first arrived at Todd's garage. You looked so defeated. I thought, what could have happened to this woman? You looked even sadder than I once did, and I'd nearly died.
It's a lot, and...
It's all right, Max. I can wait until everyone is here for the story. But you're my best friend. I want you to know that I'm here for you, okay?
I know. Thanks, Barb. Huh?
You can't just storm in here. You don't have a warrant.
I have a warrant. This is my jurisdiction. No, it isn't. This is drug-related, so it's a DEA case. It's a multiple homicide, so it's an FBI case.
Right now, it just looks like a numbskull case to me.
Shut up.
Max, I want to apologize. The DEA read my report and followed you to that address. I swear I didn't send them.
I see. And here I thought I couldn't trust you.
You can. Also, they found no drugs, so I'm happy to know I can trust you too.
This is the one, leading us on a high-speed chase. You're under arrest.
No, she is not. You have no evidence.
I saw her myself. Oh, please, you're just looking for an excuse to cuff someone. Typical DEA nonsense. Excuse me, you FBI brat?
All right, that's quite enough, ladies. This case is no longer either of your jurisdictions. It's mine.
And just who are you? And under what authority?
Azrael Specter, CIA.
What? The CIA has no business in this case.
Oh, I think we do.
And it's not legal for the CIA to interfere in domestic cases.
What you call the law, I call loose guidelines.
You have no right to.
What are you going to do about it? That's what I thought. Stick around, though. I'll pass on any information regarding the drugs to the DEA and the murders to the FBI. Fair?
Fine. Sure, whatever.
Excellent. Miss Maxine, Officer Priya, follow me. We have some issues to discuss. You look tense. Relax. Nobody here is in any trouble. Dallas sent me.
Huh? Dallas did?
Well, sent is perhaps a strong word. Rather, she informed me of the situation and I acted accordingly. Officer Priya, have you been briefed about the hybrid?
The what now?
So no then. Got it.
What does the CIA want with Maxi?
Nothing. As I said, you can relax. I am here to help.
Maxi?
It's a nickname for Maxi Camaro, Cassie's daughter.
Cassie has a daughter.
She's the one who was at that address. I promised Cassie I'd look after her.
But, daughter and hybrid. Wait, is she... We can...
It is a closely guarded secret, but it is quite possible. But you have nothing to be concerned about. I am the author of the agency's newest guide for how to handle hybrids when they happen. We've come a long way from the older, less moral ways. Now we just monitor them, ensure they are safe, and simply maintain the secrecy of their exact nature. Naturally, the local authorities need to be made somewhat aware, hence why I asked you to join us, Officer Priya.
Just how involved is all of that?
In this case? Not very. Half-breeds make up the majority of the small population of known hybrids, and most either resemble an existing vehicle family or are simply portrayed as a newly designed one. A dear friend of mine is a hybrid herself, and she spent most of her life having no idea.
Maxi does look just like a ZL1.
Good. Then that makes things very easy. As far as anyone outside of these walls is concerned, that's what she is. Dallas is going to be here tomorrow with a doctor experienced with hybrids. She'll give Maxi some non-invasive checks to ensure she's healthy and brief your on-site physician. So long as secrecy is maintained, you've nothing to worry about. She can enjoy her life here, not having to hide.
Sorry, I'm still just trying to catch up. You said they're rare, right? I know it's taboo, but given the amount of car girls out there...
You think it would have happened more? Yeah.
I expected that question. It does seem odd. Taboo or not, vehicle girls and human males certainly get entangled more often than anyone cares to admit. And you'd think there would be far more hybrids than we could keep from public knowledge as a result. The answer I will share with you, but understand that it is highly classified.
So is everything else about this.
Indeed. Project Timetable is what it was known as. A simple name for a not-so-simple project. Commenced in the 1930s, it was a secret development project in response to the sudden rise in privately owned vehicles. Prior to that point, most vehicle girls were under government or corporate ownership. In these contexts, restrictions could be put in place to help prevent fraternization, for lack of a better word. But the auto industry completely upended everything. Ever expanding, they flooded the world with thousands, then millions, of new vehicle girls, increasing the chances of certain interactions resulting in more hybrids than could be kept secret. The project was set up to create an effective and subtle contraceptive for all civilian vehicle girls.
Contraceptive?
This was the result. A small, irrelevant-looking little part. All civilian vehicle manufacturers were required to include it in all their designs. No one objected as the devices worked as advertised and were provided to the companies at no charge. They have no effect on performance or a vehicle girl's life. All it does is prevent pregnancy.
Are you saying we all have these devices in us, right now?
You both do, yes. Military vehicles were exempt, as were larger corporate-owned ones. It was believed they did not need them as they could be controlled more easily. Hilarious in retrospect, given how many military hybrids I know.
But if that's the case, how did...
The .2 factor, as it is known. Simply put, the devices work. But only 99.8% of the time. It was impossible to make them 100% effective. Estimations were made regarding how many hybrids would result from the .2 factor, and it was decided it would be a small enough amount that they could be managed.
I see.
Anyway, I'll be discussing this further with your curator. Rest easy knowing Maxi is going to be perfectly safe. Thank you for your time.
Max? Max? Are you all right?
Huh? Yeah. I need to go talk to my friends. Right now. I've a lot to explain to them.
All right. I'll make sure our new various federal agency friends don't bother you.
Thanks, officer.
Priya.
Huh?
You can just call me Priya.
All right. Thanks, Priya.
You're welcome, Max.
So, I know things have been pretty crazy around here lately. More so than usual, anyway. And I owe all of you a full explanation. This isn't easy for me. I want you all to know that I appreciate every single one of you. And I hope you know you can still come to me if you need my help with something. What happened before? What happened to me? I don't want it to change anything between us.
And it won't, Max.
That's right.
We are your friends.
And that will not change.
You say that now, but... well... I'm stalling, aren't I? Let me just start at the beginning. I was born alongside a big family of sisters in 1964. The company was proud of us, and we were proud of ourselves. We were a popular family, and most of us found homes quickly, including myself. In my case, it was with a kid named Peter Garfield. I just called him Pete. He was only 16 at the time, going on 17. Just got his license and had busted his ass working at a local restaurant for months in order to afford me. He was definitely a character, a little immature, but a sweet guy. He admitted he wanted me to help him impress a girl he liked. I laughed, but I respected his honesty, and he'd worked so hard to get the money in the first place. I told him I couldn't make any promises, but I'd do my best to make him look at least marginally more attractive. He was the one who laughed at that. We were good friends from then on. I'm not entirely sure if I had any real impact on her decision, but I know for a fact I was the one who told Pete to stop being a little bitch and go ask the girl he liked to prom about a year later. She said yes. Occasionally, he'd ask me for advice. I told him he knew her better than I did, which is true, but he must have been doing something right. Not long after high school, they got married. Then she got pregnant. Pete worked hard to support his new family and turned out to be a great dad. Had my story ended there, I wouldn't have complained. Pete kept me in a garage most of the time, but he let me furnish it to my liking. He'd come talk to me every day. We'd go out driving, sometimes just going to his work, sometimes with his wife and kid too. It was good times, but in 1980, things changed. Pete's wife was pregnant again, and he had taken a pay cut at his job. They needed a larger vehicle than I, and Pete couldn't afford to keep me at my best anyway. He didn't want to sell me, but he didn't really have another option. I wasn't mad. It was a normal part of life for us, and Pete didn't want to just send me to the junkyard. He was hoping to find me a new owner who'd appreciate and take care of me. And he thought he found one. Louis Davidson, a friendly-seeming guy, if a little on the rougher side. He was apparently a big fan of muscle cars and was willing to pay Pete's asking price. Louis promised I'd be taken care of, and I said goodbye to Pete and his family. I was sad, but Louis seemed cool at first. He lived down in Miami and had taken a plane up to drive me back there. I'd never been to the shore before, and Miami was certainly a beautiful city. Louis and I talked the whole way. Again, he seemed really nice. He was polite, remarked how excited he was to have me, and mentioned getting me a tune-up and maybe some upgrades. I was showing my age at the time, so I was excited. Louis lived in an apartment, no garage for me. But again, he made me think he was a good guy. He said I didn't have to stay on the side of the road. I could come in, hang out, chill on the couch. He also introduced me to his other car, Cassandra Camaro. That was the first time I'd meet Cassie. At first, I wasn't sure what to make of her. She seemed nice enough, but definitely in another headspace. A bit quiet, more observant. There was something about her that bugged me, and it wasn't because of our family's rivalry. In retrospect, it was a warning. Cassie had been with Louis for years at that point, and she knew why he'd bought me, why I was really there. But for reasons that will hopefully become clear, she couldn't outright say anything. The first week went by, and everything seemed okay. The environment was different than I was used to. The apartment was small, a bit dirty, and Louis was a bit cruder than Pete ever was. But I didn't complain. Had a roof over my head anyway. Figured it was certainly better than scrap. Until one night. Louis called me into his room. He'd never done that before, but I was still new in the home, so I went to see what was up. He had some stuff I'd never seen in my life, a few syringes, asked me to sit down next to him on his bed. Before I realized what was going on, he jabbed one of the needles in my arm and injected something. I asked him what the hell it was. He told me don't worry about it, that I'd like it, and a few moments later I started feeling strange. Good, but like wrong. It's hard to explain. My skin got warm, limbs got heavy, and the next thing I knew, Louis was on top of me. The effects were so strong that I couldn't fight him off. It lasted hours. Eventually, Louis was finished and passed out in a corner. I put my clothes back on and just started crying. My head was cloudy. I couldn't think, but I knew what he had done to me. And I knew it wouldn't be the last time. Then, Cassie showed up, walked me out of the room, took me outside and down to the shore. We watched the sunrise and she offered me a cigarette. First time I'd ever had one. We started talking. She explained that this was normal for Louis. He had done the same thing to her for years. And she told me what he'd injected me with, heroin. Louis was an addict himself, as was she. He'd gotten her addicted so he could abuse her, and now he was doing it to me. She wanted to tell me sooner, but the addiction had a hold of her. Louis wouldn't give her her next hit unless she kept her mouth shut. She said she was sorry, but I couldn't be mad. You don't understand the hold heroin can have on you. Even at that point, after what just happened to me, I wanted another hit. Just to take the bad thoughts away. Just so I could think of anything else besides what that greasy scumbag had done to me. Even if it was nothing. And that is exactly what Louis wanted. Louis made a decent amount of money, but not from any legitimate job. He was a drug runner, but not heroin. That was his own addiction, but he was smart enough not to sample the product he actually moved: cocaine. The cartels had been smuggling the stuff into the States in increasing amounts, and Miami was ground zero. Louis could speak Spanish, taught it to me and Cassie. Said we should always know what the cartel reps were saying, just in case. But we rarely had an issue with them, because Louis was, well, a complete shithead, but really good at running cocaine. The cartel reps liked him because he always delivered the goods and got them their money. Drug cartels are dangerous, but if you get them results, they'll get you the work and the pay. Cassie and I would both haul tons of the stuff up the East Coast to Brooklyn, where the local dealers paid top dollar for it. The cartels took their cut and we pocketed the rest. And by we, I mean Louis. He kept us both healthy enough to run, but in between all the crime, he'd use our addiction to heroin to abuse us himself, or pass us off to his friends. Sometimes he charged for our use, sometimes not. Either way, if we wanted our next hit, we had to comply. And back then, I wanted that hit. I did so many degrading things. Let them do. Look, you don't need details. It was bad. The only solace I had was Cassie. She taught me how to survive it all, how to keep my focus. She was my only and best friend, and she was always there when I needed her throughout the years. Between the shootouts, the high-speed chases, and all the perverted shit Louis made us do, Cassie and I kept each other sane, until she was gone. Louis never told me the truth about why Cassie had left. He said she just ran away, and I was devastated. My only support was gone. I was alone. I thought she'd abandoned me. In reality, Louis had traded her to a group of human and vehicle girl traffickers to settle a debt. He was going to give me to them, but Cassie took my place. She never told me exactly what they did to her, but she said it was even worse than what Louis did. And I have trouble imagining anything worse. Another year passed. We were still running coke, but the market had changed. Runs were getting riskier, pay was less, and Louis blew everything he made on more heroin to keep his addiction in check and me in line. Then, one day, I realized something impossible. I was pregnant. I didn't know we could get pregnant. Was probably Louis's, as disturbing a thought as that is. He found out, and he flipped, said I was tricking him, that it wasn't possible. And he beat me. He beat me until I wasn't pregnant anymore. While the notion of giving birth to any child of Louis's is an unpleasant thought, it wasn't the child's fault. And she was still my child that never had a damned chance. And something changed. I woke up. I realized I still had control of my life if I fought hard enough, if I tried. True, I might wind up in a scrapyard. But would that really be so bad compared to the hell I'd already been living? It took me a few more years of horrors to finally act. But I did act. Louis took me on one last run, and I took back my life. With my trunk full of coke, I drove him straight to the nearest police station. He freaked out, swore at me, made every threat he could. But I ignored him. The police came out, found the coke, arrested Louis and me. It was 1996. I went through withdrawals while in the impound. It was horrific, but strangely freeing. Like all the pain I'd been through was being slowly peeled away from me. Agonizing, but liberating. Once I could talk, I told the police everything. Louis got the book thrown at him. He's still in prison now. Hopefully he stays there, and frankly, it's too good for him. But as for me, the cops put me up for auction once the case was resolved. I was in pretty rough shape by then, expected to be sold to a scrapper for nothing. But then a man put up his hand and secured the winning bid. Gray beard, award-winning smile. Todd Kelly was his name, but I came to call him Old Man Todd. Todd was kind, genuinely. He saw I was suffering and didn't ask why, but promised he'd get me fully restored. Took me back to his garage. Nice space. Barbara was there already. Old Man Todd kept his word. He really did fix me. He was a great man just like Pete had been. And Barb and I became fast friends. But I never told anyone where I'd been, what I'd done, what I'd been forced to do, to be, until now. Hey, Maxi, you look a little lost in thought. Everything okay?
Huh? Oh. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, well, if you need anything...
I heard your story. All of it. Last night.
Huh? You did?
I'm so sorry. I just saw you all going out to the lake. I didn't want to be alone, and I don't know anyone else that well. When I got there, you just started telling them everything, and I just... Mother.
Easy. It's okay. I'm not mad.
But Miss Maxine, I'm not wanted. Mother would have had me when she was taken by those horrid people. That means I'm a mistake.
Hey, no, absolutely not. That is in no way what you are.
How can you say that? Mother was forced. That means I'm...
Stop. Listen to me. In all likelihood, your biological father is scum. That's true. But you are not a mistake. Never a mistake. You saved your mother before you were even born.
I did.
She told me before she died. She only escaped from those people, the traffickers, because she found out she was pregnant with you. That's how she overcame her addiction. Overcame the control they had on her. She didn't want you to fall prey to that life, to be used like her and me were. That's why she hid you. Why she kept you safe.
Mother.
Regardless of the circumstances of your birth, your mother loved you, Maxi. Loved you enough to battle her own demons. To make sure you have the life she never had a chance to. I'm sorry she's gone. If she were here,
Thank you, Maxine. I'm sorry for eavesdropping.
It's all right. You deserve the truth anyway.
Maxine. Sorry. Do you have a moment?
Oh, hey Priya. Have you met Maxi yet?
Ah, the mysterious Maxi. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Don't be scared. Officer Priya here is a good egg. Local police. Helped me out a ton through all of this. Also, she knows about your, unique heritage.
You do?
Yes. I had to be informed per the CIA's protocols, apparently. Don't worry. It's just for security reasons. I'm a part of the invisible net that's going to make sure you're safe and happy here.
Okay. I see.
Anyway, did you need something from me, Priya?
Just wanted to tell you that,
We can lay her to rest?
yes. Just call me when you've made all the arrangements. I had her remains taken care of with the utmost respect. Also, this belongs to you.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I am sorry for your loss. Both of you.
Pony girl?
Your mom's nickname for me. No one else ever called me it. But she was my only real friend, so...
Could I call you that? You know, since our names are similar?
Sure. If you'd like, Maxi.
Okay, Pony girl.
Ah, Maxine. I was wondering when you'd come visit me.
Barb said she'd been handling things with you for me, but thought I should check in for myself. And thank you for your help.
Have a seat, please. How are you doing?
Better than I was, but not good.
That is completely understandable, Max. You've suffered the loss of a friend. No one with a good heart goes through that without sorrow.
I guess in your career you've seen a lot of mourning, huh?
It's funny. Most people look at myself and others like me and consider us guides for the dead. But in truth, I've found I was mostly a guide for the living. The family, the friends left behind by a tragic loss. By the time the deceased reach me, they are already gone. To a better place, I believe. My only task for them is ensuring their remains are laid to rest in accordance with their wishes, and dignity and respect be given to them. But living are the ones that need guidance. Many are lost without their loved one, sometimes still in denial about the hard truth, and I have found myself often providing support to them however I can. I provide console, sympathy, or more often than not, just someone to talk to, someone who has seen and experienced their pain before. What I am saying, Maxine, is that if you need anything, even just to vent about all this, my door is always open to you.
Thank you, Lenor. Really, that means a lot right now.
Of course. But I do need your opinion on something. The curator is generously providing the funds for a headstone for your friend.
She is?
She is. Told me not to worry about the price, but I've been looking at some fairly conservative options. But I didn't know the deceased. You did. Do you know what she would like?
Hard to say, but, well, I owe it to her to do my part in this.
If it helps, I've noticed that participation in the funeral process can help bring closure to some. At least so they can say they're doing right by the lost.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's see what we're working with.
Max?
Huh? Dallas! Hey! Good to see you!
Likewise. I wish it was under better circumstances. Are you doing all right?
Everyone keeps asking me that, and, well...
I gotcha.
You ever lost a sister? Or at least someone like a sister? Wait, no, stupid question.
It's not necessarily stupid, but yes, I've lost many who were close to me. One in particular stung pretty bad. Blamed myself for years.
How did you deal?
Time, and a lot of crying. There's no easy way to deal with that kind of loss, especially if you feel responsible for it.
Maybe I do. Partially. I keep thinking if I just said this or that, done something different.
What ifs won't bring you peace, Max. Trust me, I know. But you've been through a lot. I believe you'll get through this.
Huh? Wait. How do you know?
Yeah, so, Azrael has files on basically everyone. When I went to her for help with your new arrival, she and I went over yours. Didn't know how bad it was. The police reports from that time told us enough. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to invade your privacy.
Did Spectre?
Oh, absolutely. Invading privacy is 95% of what she does. But if it helps, seeing how you overcame such hardship is what convinced her that you could be trusted. My word went pretty far too, but that's what sealed the deal. And while her methods are almost always questionable, she's done far more good in her role than most can say. Maxi will be safe, I promise. Speaking of that, I brought a couple of girls who might cheer her up.
Who? Your daughters seem really nice. Do they always talk at the same time, though?
Not always, but mostly. You should have heard them crying in unison when they were babies. Goodness. Anyway, I thought meeting other hybrids might help Maxi feel less alone.
She's shy and in mourning, but she's smiling now. Thanks, Dallas.
No problem. And, you know, when you get things settled here, we should take a weekend off and hang out. There's this place down in Texas I go whenever I get overwhelmed with everything. It's peaceful, relaxing, and there's horses.
I've never ridden a horse, actually.
You haven't?
Nah, but I always wanted to.
I could teach you. Call me, okay? Seriously, I could use a break myself.
I will. Just gotta pay my proper respects first.
I understand. Take your time.
Hey, Shiori, you got a sec?
Sure, what's up?
So, do you know how to do tattoos?
You realize that just because I have a tattoo doesn't mean I can actually do them, right?
Yeah, just figured I'd check.
I do. After I got mine, I trained in the craft in my downtime. Helped me feel like I was creating instead of destroying, you know. But I know Tabori, traditional Japanese method.
How's that different?
I manually poke you with a needle on a stick.
Oh.
Believe it or not, it actually hurts less than the machines and results in a better look, but it does take a lot of skill. What were you thinking?
Just black letters. A name.
I think I see what you're going for. Let me get my tools.
Huh. That really didn't hurt at all.
Like I said, higher skill but better result. And more comfortable. Is it to your liking?
Yeah, it is. Thanks, Shiori.
You're welcome, Max.
And just what am I supposed to be looking for?
I told you. It's a little spark plug looking thing with a blue bulb at one end. Probably not in any logical place.
Oh, good. A mysterious part in a mysterious place. How specific.
Just find the stupid thing.
I'm working on it. Huh? Wait, I think I see it. It's buried in there pretty good. But I think I can. Got it.
Yes, that's it. Thanks, Barb.
You're welcome. But are you going to tell me what that thing is?
Well, you heard my story, and you know we can have children. Based on that information, don't you find it strange that I only got pregnant once?
Huh. Now that you mention it, I guess so, yes. That is a little odd.
This is the reason. It's a vehicle contraceptive. Quietly, nearly 100 years ago, the powers that be made sure they'd be installed in all civilian vehicle girls to prevent hybrids. It only works 99.8% of the time, though, so...
Wait, so I have one of these? Right now?
You do. All of us do. Except maybe Thea, since she was born before they were invented. Either way...
What did you do that for?
I'm not going to run off and get myself knocked up if that's what you're worried about. But I spent a significant portion of my life being controlled by another, and I won't be anymore. Truth is, I don't know if I ever really want to be a mom. Not sure I'd be good at it. But what I do know is that if I decide I want to have children, it should be my choice. My decision. Not controlled by faceless government bodies who just want to keep me in check.
I see. Well, when you put it that way, I get it. And I, for one, think you'd be a great mom, Max.
Thanks, Barb. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually meet a decent guy one day. One I actually like.
So, would you mind finding mine and getting it out? Not really a fan of being silently restricted from reproducing either.
Sure. Guys, what's going on?
We may not have known her, but
We thought we should come to support you both.
How are you holding up, Maxi?
Not sure. I don't know.
Take your time.
I feel like I should say something.
I don't think there's a set way to give a eulogy. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Cassandra was her name. I called her Cassie. She was smart and kind. And she was a survivor and my best friend. She saved my life. And I'll never forget her.
She was my mother. And she loved me. And I hope I can make her proud.
I think you already have, Maxi.
Yeah, you can count on that.
Thank you.
Ice cream! Everyone, come get some ice cream! You scream ice cream! We all scream for ice cream!
Girls, no. I told you there was a funeral today.
Oh no, we forgot!
Goodness, I am so sorry, Maxine. They only got here this morning. In their excitement, they must have forgotten that I asked them to keep it down and not do that thing they just did.
It's okay, Mabel. Say, Maxi, you like ice cream?
Mother used to make me sundaes when I was little. I haven't had one in a while.
You know, maybe we could all use some ice cream after all.
It would be our pleasure. A delicious sundae coming up.
I'll take strawberry.
vanilla for me.
Chocolate, please.
I am partial to mint chocolate chip.
And I would love some cookie dough.
Kika finished the DNA sequencing.
Did you run it through the system?
Yes. And we got a match.
I'm listening.
Frederick Carlson, 37 years old, married with 2 sons, currently resides in Palo Alto, California, CEO of a tech startup. Net worth is presently over $200 million.
Small fish for CEO standards, but he's well on his way. Are we sure he's the father?
Well, unless he has a twin, and before you ask, he was an only child according to birth records.
Very good. Contact our extraction team. I would like Mr. Carlson brought in for an interview.